Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. Today I'm going to make a sausage garlic pie. It's something that we've made in our kitchen over the years many times. It just occurred to me I've never made it on camera. Each and every time we make it, it turns out differently. And as you can see at the moment, I've just peeled and sliced an onion, and I'm just separating the little slices because when I cook it in the pan, I don't want to brown it. I just want to cook it through slightly, just a bit translucent. So just rinse my hands. We'll do that. Just bear with me. So I've already got the oil heating up in the pan. And I've already got the oven on heating up. So just going to put those onions in and walk away a minute. I'm only here. I'm going to take my bowl, and I've just left the sausage meat to defrost out the freezer. It's been sitting in the freezer for quite a while. And what I'm actually going to do is put my gloves on because this is a messy job. Anytime we have to mix with our hands, it gets a bit messy. My mum or my dad would never have put gloves on when they were doing messy food. Hey, I suppose this is one of the things we do these days. So in the bowl, I've got the mincemeat. It's a gift Carol bought me for Christmas, so it's a chopper. I don't know where she got it from. I can imagine it's Temu or Amazon or somewhere like that. And it's the first time I've used it today. And I just decided I didn't have any breadcrumbs, so I just used half a crust of a loaf. And I've used it to create breadcrumbs, and Mr. Wallflowers might have to help me to get the gadget off. No, because it works like that, and that's a charge point. I'm not getting any promotional money for this, but I can't get the bottom off. You can see where it is. Yeah, it's on two sides, so if you kind of like push it past the lock bit. No, it's only here. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Thank you. We're just working out how to use it because it's a brand new gadget. As I said, it's a Christmas gift. So I've got half a crust of breadcrumbs to add to my sausage meat. Just going to move that out of my way because that's a sharp blaze. I'm going to take a teaspoon of English green mustard. And I'm adding that. Into the mix too. Class of bang, Marianne. I'm also going to add in black pepper. You just give them a stir for me. And a bit of coarse salt. Right. So I don't want to thoroughly cook these onions through. Put that aside one moment. And let's take the garlic. So I got this nifty little thing again. I think that was Temu, as I say. There's no paid promotions here. I'm just telling you what I'm using in the kitchen. So I'm just crushing the garlic. I saved it from going on the floor at least. And there we have it, the garlic crush, simple enough. Without having to mess with a sharp knife. Okay. Turn that up slightly for about 30 seconds. Funny story about this pie I'm making today. Years and years ago, must be about 15 years ago, Mr. Wallflowers and I were invited to a party from work colleagues. Just a few couples. And we were all taking something each, for the evening. About 25 years ago. And we were all taking something each, and I said, oh, we make a sausage garlic pie. I'll bring one of those along. So Mr. Wallflowers and I stood in the kitchen, made the garlic pie. It was delicious. It looked delicious, smelled delicious. We've done a lattice top on it. We've done it really nice, done a lattice top, made sure it looked really nice to present. And we've done this one in like a bread loaf, so it was that kind of shape, like just enough like the 3 couples. In them days we had a car, so we wrapped it in a bag and we put it in the back of the car along with everything else we were taking. Pulls up at the address to go in their house, reaches in the back to get the bits out the back. I pulled the carrier bag out to reach something else, put my foot on it, stood straight in the pie. So half the pie it was just footprints, and the other half of the pie had shot up messy. I just sat in the back of the car and cried. So straightened ourselves up, went in, took it in anyway. I said, I'm really sorry, I've just stood on it in the booth. And everyone just laughed. But yeah, this one isn't going in the car, isn't going anywhere. This one's just to be for our evening meal. And again, we'll get a good few portions out of it, and it'll last beyond today. There'll be a couple of days' food. So there's the onions where I want them to be. Just going to put the garlic in. I don't want this to be in too long. Burnt garlic isn't good for anyone, and no one likes any meal that's got burnt garlic in it. So I think we're nearly there. Just a couple of seconds and then I'll pull it all out together. I'm just going to leave that there to cool down for a moment. So in here, as I say, I have the sausage meat. Do you remember what the gram was on the sausage meat? 400 grams. Yeah, approximately 400 grams. Use what you've got. Half a slice, half a crust of bread to make the breadcrumbs, a teaspoon of mustard, and some black pepper and some salt. So we're not kneading this as such, we're just folding in the stuff. I don't want to do it too much because we're going to actually use the rest of that when it's cooled down. So I'm going to turn my bowl over, quickly rinse my hands again, leave these back on when I need them in a moment, and let's do the pastry. It's always easier to put them on, isn't it, and take them off. Right, if you just bear with me, just get the rolling pin. And a little bit of flour. My pastry. So yeah, I'm cheating somewhat. Again, the benefits of these days is we've got the cheap pastries and haven't got to do it all. Now I'm hoping this isn't way too gooey and I can actually roll it out. Oh. So let's get that. Get that. I'm leaving the gooey part underneath to absorb some of that flour. And then roll it round. Cut in half and get a bit further. Right, I'll leave that there. Bit of stretch in it. Bit of effort used. Yeah. Do you think this will keep me slim? Have I got much to lose? Is the correct answer. And a little trick we always learned, wasn't it? So if you roll it round the pin and carry it, hang it over the lip and roll it back up on itself, slightly adjust where you need it to be. And you shouldn't really have to cut any off. Hopefully the top come down and fit in there, because you don't want to stretch it because it'll shrink back into shape. So let's swap them over again. Wash my hands again. Get these on again. Little finger doesn't want to play. Have you made sausage pie before, either using genuine sausages or sausage meat? You know, sometimes, well, you used to be able to get sausage meat really cheaply. I sometimes lucky and some fall upon it. But if you purposely go looking for it, you never find it cheap. Some of the prices on things that you least expect have gone through the roof these days. So just adding that into the mixture and just adding a splash of the milk into the mixture. And now I'm going to just keep folding the mixture into itself to get an even onion, garlic, breadcrumb and sausage meat mixture. Just run it all the way through. And there we have it. Added everything in. I'm going to actually put it in the pie dish. Just spread it around with my fingertips. Don't want to squash it down too much. I just want to make sure it's spread out. Off with the gloves again. Bring the flour back to the centre. Add the pastry back in and roll out again. I'm thinking that's big enough. Just hoping it's wide enough. Right, let's see. Yeah. Just come back up here where you can see me a bit more clearly. So that corner needs to tuck in. I'm going to pinch it with my fingertips. I'm not going to take any pastry off where it's excess. I'm just going to fold it back in. Take a bit off this corner and add it into that. It's not meant to look perfect in your own kitchen. It's all right prettying it up when you've got guests. But when it's your own family meal, you don't have to pretty it up. By the time you've put it on the plate with your mashed potatoes, your vegetables, whatever you're eating it with, nobody knows the difference. So, just going to take a little milk in my fingertips and rub it under that pastry. Connect them together. Going to do it again. Just connect a little bit of pastry together and just under the fold over. Just do it again. Connect it together. Okay. Now I need just going to put a hole in the centre. Let that steam come out of it. The last drop of milk I've still got in here. Just going to lightly brush over the top. As I say, you can have this with mashed potatoes, vegetables, noodles, bit of rice, bit of salad, whatever you choose, even on its own with just a fork. But it's a filling meal, it's tasty, and it's a winter warmer. And as you can see, what's in it? An onion, a bit of pastry and some sausage meat. Next to nothing. And in it goes. So again, this is 180 gas mark 6. And it's going in for approximately 30 minutes. So I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Give me a chance to clean up the mess. So here we are, it's out the oven. And it looks delicious. I've just started cutting into it now to save a slice because I couldn't wait. So, I'm cutting a quarter, which is a really, look at me making a mess already, which is a really nice large slice. And if I'd cut it properly, it would have served well. Just bear with me, watch your fingers, Mr. Wallflowers. And here we have it on the plate. Now we'd normally serve this with some mashed potatoes, some peas, and either some beetroot or red cabbage. We like those tastes. So with it being hot, I'm just going to cut a smaller slice. And as usual, give Mr. Wallflowers the first taste. So let's turn the camera around. You love anything sausage anyway, don't you? What can you taste?
Heat.
Heat.
Garlic. Strong garlic. Pastry's lovely.
Will that clear your nose for the winter?
Pastry's lovely.
Okay, my turn. I'm going to use the same fork. We don't got cooties. I want pastry as well as the meat. Pastry is lovely. I can taste the garlic, but it's not too overpowering, but I can really taste it. It's flavoursome and the pastry tastes beautiful. Now that would even take a drop of gravy. It's not dry, it's okay the way it is, but it would take a drop of gravy as well. Let me know what you make with ready-made pastry, or do you always make your own? I prefer to do a cheat. I can make pastry and I enjoy making it, but if I've got ready-made, I prefer to do that. It's much quicker.
It's hard to make puff pastry.
It's very hard to make puff pastry, and it works out expensive because you've got to put so much butter in it as well. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. Please let me know in the comments how often you use a cheap pastry. I'll speak to you soon. Remember, you're loved. Bye-bye.